welcome to another episode of Coffee with Sussie Q. So our topic today is very important, I feel like a lot of people go through this, and it's about binge eating, eating disorders, under eating, being afraid of food, being obsessed with calories. So let's get started. If you're new to my channel, a little bit about me. I've lost 100 pounds, like 110 pounds. I've gained about 5, and I want to think it's been muscle. But I've been maintaining my weight for 4 years. I do have a video up on how I lost 100 pounds when I talk a little bit about this topic, because I did go through this when I was trying to lose that weight. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It's the first video I ever uploaded. So if you want to know a little bit more about that process, please go watch. I went through a lot of stages. I went through a really horrible time where I was under eating. I was really afraid of food. I felt guilty after eating, and I was just not nourishing my body like I was supposed to. I started like discovering counting calories, and then I started eating less. I was finding out that the less I ate, the faster I was losing the weight. The more I work out, the faster I'm losing the weight. And I was in this really bad mindset of losing the weight fast. I just wanted to lose the weight fast. First, it started because I was told I was diabetic, so I just wanted to get rid of that. I wanted to not take metformin, which is like a pill that would help you maintain your sugar levels, and I just wanted to change my life. So I did go the wrong route. I started counting calories and being so obsessed with calories, and then I discovered macros, and I wanted to track everything to the exact gram. I started weighing food. I started just not going out with friends, not being social, because I didn't want to eat out, because I was afraid that I didn't know how many calories my meal had, or if it had healthy options for me. I wouldn't go to parties. I would just, every time there was like a get together, I would like freak out, like, oh my god, what if there's nothing healthy for me, or what if I don't want to like cheat, I don't want to binge. And it got to the point where I was under eating so much that I started losing my hair. I lost my period for 9 months. I was not thinking straight. I feel weak. I was working out so much, and not eating enough. And yes, I was losing weight, but it was a really unhealthy way. I would track everything. I would get upset if someone would like make me something or offer me something, and I didn't know how they cooked it, and I wanted to ask how they cooked it and what oil they used, and it was just extreme. It was bad. And now that I think about it, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I would do that. Like, I would get upset at my mom if she put oil in beans. Like, that's just wrong. And it was just bad. Like, honestly, it was bad, and I'm not proud of that, but that's why I'm here. There's not really a lot of people that talk about this topic, and I feel like a lot of people go through it, mostly when you're trying to lose weight or you don't want to gain weight. You just start fearing food. You start like thinking that food is bad, which honestly, food is to nourish yourself. The way you're going to control your weight is by making the best choices, by feeding your body with the good nutrient foods. And I was just obsessed. I was obsessed with tracking, and if I ate, I became so restrictive that when I did have like my cheat meals, right? So yeah, there was a point where I had cheat meals, I remember, and it was like a weekend, because obviously that's when people like to eat out. And all that week, I was just basically starving myself. I was eating, but not enough. I was eating really healthy, but I was just thinking of what I'm gonna eat that day. I became obsessed with food. I became obsessed with looking for spots. Oh my god, I want to try a new spot, because it just meant the world to me that I was gonna eat whatever I wanted. And then instead of being a cheat meal, it became a cheat day. I ate and ate and ate and ate, and I just ate until like I couldn't anymore, because I was thinking, oh my god, I'm not gonna have this for a whole week again. Like, I better like eat everything. Even if I was full, even if I didn't want it anymore, I ate, because my cheat day was gonna be over soon. So I think that cheat days are bad. Cheat meals are, unless you can control and say, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself one day in the week, because I eat really good all week. I nourish my body. I work out regularly. But if you go to a cheat day, that's just gonna like harm your progress. You can not see progress because of that cheat day, because you just go overboard. And I just and then the next day I would feel guilty. I would feel like, oh my god, I just feel like a fat balloon. I just feel horrible. I don't want to eat for a day, and you just don't want to eat because you're just so upset, and you just become, and I would even cry like, why did I eat that? Like, why did I do this to myself? And then again I would repeat the same cycle and cycle until I was like, you know what, this is not healthy. If I'm doing this for my health, why am I being obsessed with food? I'm doing this for my health, but my mental health is just going the wrong direction. And mental health is also important. It's important for you not to feel restricted. It is possible to lose weight the right way, eating right, making better choices, just changing your lifestyle. But when it's about becoming obsessive with numbers, that's when the problem comes. So yeah, I just became obsessed. I was losing the weight, but I was just not looking healthy. I just didn't feel healthy. I'm like, I started practicing intuitive eating. It was really hard because I was tracking for so long, and I was scared to gain weight. I was so afraid. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna gain weight because I don't know how much I'm eating. And at first I would just guess. I would eat intuitively, but at the end of the day I would log everything in just to make sure I didn't go above. And I was always honestly under, because that's how my body was used to it. So that's how I started, just tracking at the end of the day. And then I started like putting goals to myself, like, okay, you're not gonna track for a whole week, all right? And I didn't gain weight because I think my body's smart enough, and it asks to be fed when it's needed. Not like, yeah, there's sometimes where you just crave things just because cravings are cravings. So yeah, it took me a while to get used to intuitive eating, and there was still guilt. There was still like, oh my god, I'm overeating. And yeah, there was still times where I did binge because it was just something I created in my head. I created that, okay, I'm eating healthy, and if I eat something unhealthy, I ruin the whole day, so might as well, right? And that's just wrong. So right now I am tracking, but I'm tracking because I have a goal. I'm trying to, what people call reverse dieting. Okay, so I came from really low calories. I was eating maybe like back then when I was like having this eating disorder, but I was eating like 900 calories and then 1200 calories, and that was just horrible. And I was working out so much. So from there I started going a little bit up, and then I stayed in the 1300s, and I was still maintaining my weight. So what I'm trying to do now is trying to test my body and see how much I can eat without gaining weight. I mean, that's still something that plays with my head, like, oh my god, you have to start eating so much because you're gaining weight. Like, it's a struggle. It's still a struggle, but it's all mental, because I come from being super obese, and then I went through all of this to gain it back, which I will not allow myself to gain it back. So I am like adding calories weekly and see how much my body can take, and still working out. And when I get to like a certain amount of calories or macros, that's when I'll cut. Because if I cut right now, I'll be like eating really low calories again, and I don't want that. That's why it's called reverse dieting, because I'm trying to like reset my body and figure out what's how much it can take. So yeah, it is. I'm still kind of scared. I'm still like I kind of freak out sometimes when I feel super full. I'm like, oh my god, I'm eating too much. But it's a mental game, and I plan to overcome that. Like lately I've been feeling super like heavy. This is probably the heaviest I've been, but I mean, I'm still gonna cut, so I'm not really worried about it. If I do gain a little bit of weight, that's fine. But sometimes it's hard to convince my head. So that's where I'm at right now, and I haven't binged in a long time. I might overeat some days, but I'm not like eating because I'm not gonna eat this again, you know. I do live a very balanced life now, and it took me so long to get to this point. So if there's parties, I don't freak out, because I always make the best choices first. If there's room for a treat, I'll have it. If I don't, then I'll have it later when I do want it. This is something that was really hard for me to do, and it's all practice. And if you're out there struggling with this, just don't restrict yourself from foods. Food is food, and if you do that, what's the point of you trying to become healthier and change your body if you're gonna have an unhealthy mentality towards food? So just practice intuitive eating if you're tracking. And I'm not against tracking, because I believe that I learned a lot about food by tracking, and I learned a lot about like sizes and portions and all that. But I do regret becoming so obsessive with it. And if you feel like you're becoming like that, I would stop. Just stop and start practicing intuitive eating. Just trust your body, trust your intuition, and just live a balanced life. I mean, you know when you're overeating, you know. So yeah, that's my advice for you. And don't give up. Don't give up. Everybody goes through, I feel like a lot of people go through this, and we're all here to support each other, not to judge. Please, if you're struggling with eating disorders or undereating or feeling guilty, just don't. I went through it and I overcame it alone. It took me a while, but I did it. So I think you can do it too. If you're interested how I got my period back, I was really scared, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't got my period for so long, and I knew it was because I was undereating. But as soon as a doctor, and that's what honestly made me start eating more. That made me start eating more. I started adding healthy fats, more carbs, and my period came back within 2 months. And I've heard a lot of stories of girls not getting their period back in a long time, and they have to go through all these things. And just, you don't want to get to that point. You don't want to get to the point where you're not nourishing your body enough and you're losing your hair. Your memory starts failing. Just focus on being healthy. Focus on feeling good. Focus on being active, and your body will be thankful for that. And yes, a lot of us have like a lot of image problems. Like, you want to look a certain way. You have this model that you're trying to look like, and just honestly, we're all different. We're all different. We're all gonna look different. There's no perfect body. Just learn to love yourself, and love yourself enough to be healthy. I hope this was I hope this was helpful. I hope this possibly changed your mentality in some way, and it gave you hope, because there is hope for everything. There's hope. And I hope, if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I'm here to talk. I am a very busy person, but I always try to make time to respond. And thank you for all of you guys that support my channel and always send me like snaps of you watching my videos. That makes me super happy. So cheers if you're drinking coffee with me. So thank you guys for watching again, and please leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications if you want to be notified when I post. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Cheers. Bye.